I'm really sweating. Not because it's warmer out, but it's snowing. I mentioned a few days ago it's a snowstorm. You can't really tell because of the glare of the light. You can see on top of the rooftops, it's white. But anyways, still April 5th, Thursday at 3:38 p.m. I'm drained. I did the audition, and that drained me. Not because it was difficult to do, but because I was anxious the whole time. Um, but surprisingly, it went for Calamity. They were very accepting and encouraging and all that stuff. I don't know if I got into the school. It kind of seemed weird because um, I can't tell. I mean, they were saying different questions like, "Do you want to do that, or do you want to?" Because it's a time constraint. It's 3 years, and you could just go to little private schools, and for 45 minutes you can get what you need. And I'm like, I don't know. I had to explain to them. I was very authentic, because I was completely vulnerable going there. And I went there, and I had to came in with my crutch, and I had to, what felt like an excuse, tell them I can't move, because I keep having compensation injuries and whatever. I felt like I kept biting my foot off talking. Um, and then I started off with the monologue, and then of course I drew a blank. And they're like, breathe. They're encouraging you. And I'm looking at my phone, and I tried it a couple times, and I couldn't get through to it. And then they're like, the song, try the song. And I didn't do the high part of the song. It was Shake the Disease by Depeche Mode, just because that was in my head for a couple of years. I didn't do the high part. I didn't want to fuck that up, so I just did the first verse. And it went well for my voice. It's a lower voice, considering I'm not a singer, but I'd like to improve. And I don't know, I went there, everyone's like, it's like they come right out of high school, so everyone's children, right? They're not even adults yet. So um, that doesn't bother me. And they even asked that question, how do you feel working with 17-year-olds? I'm like, I'm probably in the same boat mentally, I don't know. But I felt that people were generally nice. It was off-putting in a good way. I'm not used to that. And even the kids, there was a guy in charge, but he was a kid. And, I guess they know not to say things that are too insulting because that's what we're at now. So that felt good, actually. I don't know. I don't know. So whatever happens, and I even mentioned I have a plan B, plan C. I would go get headshots and then go for extra work, and maybe even check some private schools. I didn't even think of that. This is a good lighting and stuff. Anyways, so now I spend the whole day just calming down, and whatever happens, happens. I didn't even contact the person regarding the CPR classes. She had called a couple times. I couldn't even do that. He did have me do an activity when it was 4 people, and I forgot the one person. But anyways, he was the one who was coaching me the most. That's kind of what I'm checking, looking for. Someone to coach, a mentor, an environment. Um, uh, uh, the first year is probably going to be 10 to 5 or 9 to 5 or whatever. But then the second year, it'd probably be 8 to 10 at night, because you're doing shows. You can take a year off, apparently, but you have to wait a year to come back and all that. I'm like, okay, that's an option, if something happens and I have to stop or whatever. So there's that. Anyways, I'm going to decompress. I wanted to go take my blood pressure now because it's probably through the roof, but there was someone on it, so whatever. And I couldn't take it before because I was too focused on finding out where to go and all that stuff. So I don't know. It's just weird. The kid asked me when I left. He's like, "You were there long. How was it?" I'm like, "Oh, it was pretty good." It was. I don't know. They have a quota of people they need to have in it, and I don't know. It seemed positive. They were very positive. So who knows? But that could be, you know, try next year.